thank you for your question, your observation. Just after 9/11, the Patriot Act came up, and I voted for it.
I have no problem.
What are you going to do? But almost immediately after that, when I read the act, I started telling audiences, the least patriotic thing I've done since I came to Congress is vote for the Patriot Act. We're one person out of 22 in the world, and we have a fourth of all the good things in the world. And I ask myself, how come? We're no longer the hardest working people in the world. That's obvious when you drive around and look at who's working in this country. No longer do we have the most respect for the nuclear family. This year, almost half our kids will be born out of wedlock. No longer do we have the most respect for technical education. This year, the Chinese will graduate 7 times as many engineering students as we graduate. Half of our engineering students are Chinese students. So what makes us so darn special? I think that it's our enormous respect for civil liberties. There's no other Bill of Rights, there's no other constitution that comes close. And I think that established a milieu, an environment in which creativity, entrepreneurship can flourish. And I think we put at risk being the world's only premier economic and military power, superpower, if we put at risk our civil liberties. And this is a very slippery slope. If you start that with good intentions, I want to know what you're reading in the library. I want to know what books you take home. I want to know what you buy. I want to be able to monitor you if I think you're suspicious without you knowing it. So I'll go get a wiretap, a roving wiretap to monitor you. You know, if you can ignore the Constitution to do what you consider good things today, tomorrow you can ignore the Constitution to do bad things.
Well,
you know, more than half of our people in this country.
What are we going to do about that?
Well, hold your elected officials accountable. More than half of our people in this country are of German descent. How in the heck? I know those people. How could the Holocaust have happened? These are the same German bloodlines that represent the biggest ethnic group in our country today. It's just if you start down a slippery slope, you can end up doing that kind of thing. I don't want to start down that slippery slope, so I'm with you.
How are we going to